Hello students, good morning. How are you? Okay, I'm fine too. Thank you for asking. Before we start the class, can you just tidy up the table first to make it comfortable to use and check around you if there are any trash, you can throw it or clean it uh, to the rubbish bin. Okay, for the coordinator in this class, please help me to check your friends who is absent today. Thank you. Hello, good morning, Ariadi. Why are you coming late? Oh, okay. Okay, because you 10 minutes late, and according to the class rules, then you must make a summary about today's lesson. Okay, please sit down, Ariadi. Okay, let's continue. Today we will talk about narrative text. I will explain the material about narrative text in form of PowerPoint. Okay, now we are going to talk about narrative text. The first, I will explain about the definition of narrative text. The definition of narrative text. Narrative text is a type of story text that is imaginative and also describes a series of events from time to time, described from the beginning, middle, and end. A narrative text is a chronological text, which is a text that tells an event in a coherent way. Okay, next about the purpose of narrative text. Okay, before I continue to explain about the purpose of narrative text, for students sitting in the back seat, why you are so noisy? Okay, can you tell me what are we are going to learn today? Okay, please pay attention because after this, you have a question and answer session. Okay, thank you. Okay, I will continue to explain about purpose of narrative text. The purpose of narrative text is to entertain and attract readers' interest. Narrative text presents a story or event that has a problem. These problems can lead to conflict, and at the end of the story, there is a resolution and have a sad or happy ending. Okay, for the next is about generic structure of narrative text. There are three generic structure of narrative text. The first is orientation, that is contains the introduction of the character, the background of the play, and the time of the story. The second is complication. The complication section that is contains problems begin to appear and must be solved by the main character. The third is the resolution. The resolution is where the story ends. In the section, the main character solves the problem. In the resolution section, there is usually a moral value or advice from the story, or also known as coda. Okay, for the fourth is language feature of narrative text. Okay, this is the language feature of narrative text. The first is using past tense. The second is using adverb of time. The third is using time conjunction. The fourth is specific character. The fifth is using action verbs. And the last is using direct speech. Okay, for the last, I will explain about the kinds of narrative text. Okay, this is the kinds of narrative text. That is consists of fable, folk tales, fairy tales, myth, and legend. Okay, for your better understanding about narrative text, I provide you a video. Let's watching. Okay, that's the video. After watching the video, let's continue to the question and answer section. Okay, in this session, I will give an example of narrative text. Okay, this is an example of narrative text. The title of the text is Menggunakan. Okay, you can read it in 5 minutes, and I will give you some question, and you will answer it after you finish read this text. Okay, because the time is up, I hope you understand about the text, and I hope you take a note from what the important things in this text. Okay, now I will stop sharing the text. Okay, let's start the question and answer session. Okay, the first question is, who is the character in the Menggunakan? Anyone can answer? Okay, Winda, please. Okay, good. Thank you, Winda, for your answer. Let's give applause to Winda. Okay, good. Let's move to the second question. The next question is, can you mention which paragraph fits the generic structure of narrative text? Okay, who wants to answer? Okay, Ariadi, please. Oh, nice. Good answer from Ariadi. Let's give applause to Ariadi. Okay, Let's move on to the next question. The next question is, where is the text about Menggunakan takes place? Okay, who wants to answer? Okay, Didi. Okay, very good answer from Didi. Let's give applause to Didi. Okay, this is the last question. What is the moral value that you can get from the text about Maling Kundang? Who wants can answer? Okay, Agus, please. Okay, very good. Thank you for your answer, Agus. Let's give applause to Agus. Okay, that's all the session, the question and answer session. Okay, because the time is up. Who can conclude our lesson today? Okay, Eka, please. Okay, thank you, Eka, for your conclusion about today's lesson. Let's give applause to Eka. Okay, because the time is up, let's end our discussion today. I really appreciate your participation and enthusiasm today in today's lesson. Let's give applause for your enthusiasm during the discussion session. Okay, stay healthy, everyone. Have a nice day, and thank you, students,